Senator, let me ask you about this diversity study that your office is out this morning. Just over 9% of Fortune 100 companies numerically target diversity and inclusion at the board level, and over half numerically target that on the executive level. Meanwhile, when you look at diversity on these boards, about 23% women, 5% Latino, 10% African American, and just over 3% Asian. What changes these numbers, and why is it so important that these numbers start changing?
Well, Jose, this is the third report that I've done on diversity. This year we focused on the Fortune 100 companies. And as you said, when 82% of all corporate board members are white, and over 63% of those are white men, when 12% of senior executive management are minorities, and in some cases in those Fortune 100 companies, they did not have a woman of color on their senior executive management team, a very large percentage. And when you see that procurement in the minority community from these Fortune 100 companies that are making, hundreds of billions of dollars off of these communities is 5% overall, then something is wrong. And the reason that diversity is important is for various reasons. Number one is there are a series of studies that have shown that boards that are more diverse ultimately have a better bottom line. So it's good for the shareholders, good for the company. It brings new insights. From the community aspect, it's important to have a voice in these corporate boards and senior executive management, because collectively the Fortune 100 companies will make more investments in communities across our country than the federal government will. So there's a synergy here going both ways. Good bottom lines for corporations when they have diversity, as proven by a series of studies. Good opportunities for communities to make the case where investment can both help the bottom line and help the community create jobs and economic opportunity.
And Senator, it looks as though they're also condemning these companies and corporations to not have a very bright future in this country if they don't have people who represent and know the country as it is and as it's going to be.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is not simply about doing the right thing or diversity for diversity's sake. For example, in the Hispanic community, the largest minority in the country, $1.2, $1.3 trillion domestic marketplace spending, younger by a decade than the rest of the American population, more brand loyal than any other group. If I had all those demographics as a company, I'd be looking at them and say, I'd want to be all over this community to improve my bottom line. But when there's no one on your corporate board, or very few in your senior executive management, engaging and giving you insights as to how you do business in that community and how do you penetrate greater market share, you're creating a tremendous disservice for your company. And of course, the community doesn't get the opportunity to make the case for investments across the country in ways that would benefit both the company and the community.
New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.